she yelled. "You're nothing without me, even your friends know it." I smiled, picked up the tab, and walked away. That same night, I posted my promotion letter for everyone to see. Her calls kept coming, but my new girlfriend answered the door. I, Ryan 34 male, had been with Jessica 32 for 5 years. Our life in New York City was a performance. We had a sleek apartment in Chelsea that cost a fortune. I was a senior analyst at a hedge fund, earning a solid $180,000 a year. Jessica worked in public relations, making around $95,000. She was the star of our life, and I was the supporting actor who paid for the set. Our social life was a relentless series of trendy restaurant openings, rooftop parties, and gallery events. Her friends, a tight-knit circle of media and finance types, judged people by their job titles and the neighborhood they lived in. I was an introvert in a world that demanded performance. I was Jessica's boyfriend, the quiet, reliable guy who always picked up the check. A month ago, my firm's managing partner called me into his office. He offered me the opportunity of a lifetime. The fund was launching a new quantitative trading division, and they wanted me to lead it. It was a massive jump to a managing director role. The base salary was $400,000, with a bonus structure that could easily double that. There was one condition. I had to spend the first 6 months in London to build the team and establish the European operations. I told Jessica that night, my voice filled with an excitement I hadn't felt in years. She looked at me as if I'd suggested we move to the moon. "London, for 6 months, she said, her voice sharp. "That's the entire fall season. All the galas, the benefits. I have events planned." "This is a managing director role, Jess," I said. "You're an analyst, Ryan, not a leader." She scoffed. "You're not cut out for that kind of pressure. They'll destroy you." Her dismissal was absolute. She saw my ambition not as a shared victory, but as an inconvenience to her social calendar. The final, public execution of our relationship would happen a week later, in a crowded, noisy restaurant. Update 1: I formally accepted the promotion the next day. I signed the offer letter, scanned it, and sent it to HR. I told them I was ready to start the London transition in 1 month. I had made my decision. The rest was just logistics. Jessica refused to discuss the matter further. "It's a mistake, and I'm not supporting it," she declared, ending any attempt at conversation. The topic was officially forbidden. Her friends were merciless. At a dinner party, they treated my promotion like a joke. "Going on a little European vacation, Ryan." One of them smirked. They praised Jessica for being the sensible one, trying to save my career from myself. They saw my ambition as a foolish deviation from the life she had so carefully constructed for us. So, I began to plan my new life in secret. I opened an international bank account and set up a wire transfer. I used an expedited service to renew my passport. I spent my lunch hours on video calls with real estate agents in London, touring corporate apartments near my firm's office in Mayfair. I sold a vintage Porsche I had kept in storage in my hometown, a relic from a past life. The $90,000 from the sale became my seed money for a new beginning. Update 2: The final confrontation was a public spectacle, just as she would have wanted. We were at a trendy Italian restaurant in Soho with her entire circle of friends. She brought up the London job, framing it as a reckless fantasy I was having. I stayed quiet, which only seemed to enrage her more. Her voice got louder, drawing the attention of nearby tables. She listed my perceived flaws, my introversion, my lack of social ambition. Then she delivered the final blow, her voice ringing with triumphant cruelty. That was it. 5 years gone in a single public declaration. I didn't argue. I didn't raise my voice. I simply smiled a thin, empty smile. I signaled for the waiter, paid the entire $800 bill for the table, and stood up. "You're absolutely right," I said to her. "I wish you the best." Then I turned and walked out of the restaurant without looking back. I went home, packed a single suitcase, and checked into the Four Seasons. That night, I took a photo of my redacted promotion letter. I made sure the words "Managing Director" and the $400,000 base salary were clearly visible. I posted it on my private Instagram story, a story I knew every single person from that dinner table would see. Then I turned off my phone. Update 3: The next morning, I turned my phone back on. I had 47 missed calls from Jessica and over 100 texts. They ranged from pure fury to desperate pleading. I didn't read them. I just deleted the entire thread. I was a man with a plan. I called my lawyer. Since our apartment lease was solely in my name, he drafted a formal notice for her to vacate the premises within 30 days. He had it delivered by a courier that afternoon. I contacted the moving company my firm recommended for international relocations. They were at the apartment the next day. Jessica was out, having apparently fled to a friend's place. I supervised as they professionally packed my life into boxes. My books, my clothes, my art. Everything that was mine was separated from everything that was hers. By the time they were done, the apartment felt like a sterile hotel suite. I left the legal notice on the kitchen island, dropped my keys, and walked away for the last time. 2 days later, I was on a flight to London. My corporate apartment was a stunning 2-bedroom flat overlooking the Thames. It was modern, clean, and blessedly quiet. My first week at the London office was a whirlwind. I was in high-level strategy meetings, building a team, making decisions that shaped the future of the fund. I wasn't an accessory here. I was a leader. I was respected. Update 4: My 6 months in London were the most transformative of my life. I threw myself into my work, building the new division from the ground up. I also built a new life. I joined a gym and started boxing. I made friends with my colleagues, a sharp, international crowd. We explored historic pubs, went to Premier League football matches, and took weekend trips to Paris and Amsterdam. After our first quarter, my team's performance was so strong that I received an initial bonus of $150,000. I didn't waste it on designer clothes or expensive dinners. I bought a small 1-bedroom pied tour in Knightsbridge. London was starting to feel like home. Jessica's family, who had always been kind to me, reached out. They were confused. She had told them that I had a breakdown, quit my job, and fled the country. I replied to her father's email with polite, professional clarity. Jessica and I have separated, I wrote. I accepted a promotion to managing director at my firm, and am currently leading the launch of our new division from London. My career is going exceptionally well. The truth, confirmed by the promotion letter I had posted, began to dismantle her narrative. Our former friends saw my post from London, saw me thriving, and realized they had been lied to. Update 5: My public success became undeniable when a major financial journal, the Financial Times, published an article on the new guard of quant trading. They profiled me and my new division. The article highlighted our innovative strategies and impressive early returns. It came with a professional photo of me in our London office. I shared the article on my LinkedIn page. The reaction was immediate. Jessica sent a long, rambling email to my work address. Managing Director, featured in the FT. It read, I had no idea it was this serious, Ryan. I am so proud of you. I was scared of the change, but I see now I was wrong. I made the biggest mistake of my life. The emails and texts from new numbers were relentless. She loved me. She missed me. She was a changed person. Her friends, the same ones who had mocked me, sent me awkward messages of congratulations on LinkedIn. Knew you had it in you, man. One wrote, it was a pathetic, transparent scramble to get back on the side of success. Update 6: Just before my 6 months in London were up, I was leaving my flat when I saw her. Jessica was standing on the street corner, looking lost and out of place. She had flown to London unannounced. Ryan, she said, her voice trembling as she rushed toward me. I had to see you. I've changed. I want to be with you. I can move here. I'll do anything. You haven't changed, Jessica, I said, my voice cold and steady. Only my job title has. You didn't want to be with an analyst who had to work hard. You want to be with a managing director who's in the newspaper. It's the same motivation, just a different target. That's not true, she cried. I remember you yelling in a crowded restaurant that I was nothing without you, I said. It seems you've discovered it was the other way around. I turned to walk away. She followed me, begging. Just as I reached my door, it opened. It was Chloe, a sharp and witty analyst from my London team who I had started seeing. She was holding 2 coffees. Everything all right, Ryan? She asked, her calm British accent cutting through the tension. Jessica stopped dead. She stared at Chloe, then at me. The hope in her eyes died. I see, she whispered. She turned and walked away. Chloe handed me a coffee. Trouble? She asked. Not anymore, I said. Update 7: Back in New York, Jessica made one final, desperate play. She hired a lawyer who sent a letter to my firm's legal department. She claimed we had a domestic partnership and that she was entitled to financial support for her contributions to my career success. My firm's lawyers, who handled personal matters for senior partners, thought it was hilarious. They sent back a 1-page response. It politely stated that not only did she not contribute to my promotion, but she actively discouraged it, a fact that several witnesses from our dinner party could attest to. They also gently reminded her that her continued harassment could result in a restraining order. We never heard from her lawyer again. Her social media campaign was equally pathetic. She posted vague stories about men who abandon you for success. It backfired when someone commented, "Didn't you brag about dumping him?" The public humiliation was too much. She deleted her accounts. Update 8: A year later, I was back in New York, running the new division from our headquarters. My total compensation for the year had been $1.2 million. Chloe had transferred to the New York office, and we had bought a beautiful apartment together in Tribeca, overlooking the Hudson River. Our relationship was a partnership of equals. We challenged and respected each other. One day, a short email from Jessica appeared in my inbox. "I'm leaving New York," it said. "I get it now. I'm sorry for everything. I hope you're happy." It was the first apology that sounded real. "I am," I replied. "I hope you find what you are looking for." Then I created a filter to send any future emails from her directly to the trash. Final update last month. Chloe and I were at a charity gala for the New York Public Library. I saw a familiar face across the room, Jessica's father. He was a man I had always respected, a self-made businessman. He approached me, his expression serious. "Ryan," he said, shaking my hand, "it's good to see you looking so well. I wanted to apologize. We raised Jessica in a bubble. We taught her that appearance was more important than substance. We failed her, and I'm sorry she put you through the consequences of our failure." His words offered an unexpected and final sense of closure. The lesson of the past 2 years was starkly clear. Never let someone else's fear of change limit your own growth. The people who belong in your life will be excited by your ascent, not threatened by it. They will want to climb with you, not hold you down. Later that night, standing on our balcony with Chloe, watching the lights of the city glitter below, I felt a deep sense of peace. I had been told I was nothing, but I had walked away and built everything. And I had done it for myself.